Hoy voy a hablar de los pubs, una parte imprescindible de la cultura de Inglaterra. Esto es mi diario de inglés británico, con Shandon, profesor nativo de inglés británico. Un podcast para hispanohablantes que quieren progresar profesionalmente en el Reino Unido. Vale, empecemos. Welcome to episode 24 of the podcast. Thanks for joining me today, and I'm looking forward to helping you to improve your English. Today, I'm going to be speaking about a key part of English culture. So a key part of the culture of England and the UK as a whole. And something that the UK is very well known for. I'm going to be speaking about pubs. Okay, so I'm going to explain what pubs are, what people do there, and my personal opinions on them. So let's get started. So the full name for pubs is public houses, but nobody lives there. They're not normal houses that people live in. A pub is a public place for people to meet. So on an everyday basis, nobody says public house. Everyone says pub. But they are public places for people to meet. In total, in the UK, there are around 45,000 pubs. So a huge number of pubs in the UK. And what are pubs most known for? They're most known as a place to drink alcohol. Pubs sell lots of different types of alcohol, and many people go to pubs after work or on weekends or sometimes during the day to drink alcohol. What's the most common type of alcohol they sell? It's beer. Pubs always sell lots of different types of beer. English beer, beer from other countries like Spain or Germany, for example. And within the types of beer, there are lagers and ales. I hate beer. I hate all types of beer. So, yeah, I don't like talking about beer because I don't like it. But it's an important part of English culture, so that's why I'm speaking about beer here today. Pubs also sell other types of alcohol. For example, wine. They sell red wine, white wine, and rosé wine. So all three types of wine. Pubs will also sell cider, which I like a bit more because it's sweeter than beer. Cocktails, things like mojitos or Bloody Marys, which is a very British cocktail, or piña coladas sometimes as well. They sell spirits, things like whiskey and gin, and they sell soft drinks as well. So fizzy drinks like lemonade or Coca-Cola, and other things as well, sparkling water, things that you might be familiar with as well. So that's the main thing that people do in pubs. They drink, mostly alcohol, but of course sometimes soft drinks as well. But you can also eat at pubs. Not all pubs serve food, but most pubs nowadays sell food in the UK. There are a huge variety of different menus on offer at different pubs around the country. Most pubs sell traditional English pub food. What is that? That would be a Sunday roast on Sundays, the meal that I talked about in one of my previous episodes. That would also be things like fish and chips, one of our most popular dishes, or sausages and mash, so sausages with mashed potato, and things like that. More and more pubs, though, in England also have food and chefs from other countries. In London, I've seen pubs that sell Thai food, so food from Thailand. Pubs that also sell Spanish food, food from Spain, and so on. So there's a huge variety. Pubs will also sell snacks so that you have something to eat while you're drinking there. The most common snacks you can buy at pubs are crisps of different flavours. So the most common flavours would be salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, and ready salted. Those are the three most common crisp flavours in England. Pubs also often sell nuts, often peanuts, they're the most common ones, but also other types of nut as well, like almonds, for example. And many pubs sell chocolate bars. Okay, so chocolate bar, so you can have your pint of beer and your bar of chocolate as well. Many people go to pubs just to catch up with friends. There are lots of tables and chairs in pubs, and there's often a very good atmosphere. Lots of people chatting, being very friendly, so it can be a very nice place to catch up with friends. Pubs also often have music in the background. They're very comfortable as well, especially being inside a pub in winter. It's very cold outside, and so it can be nice to be inside in a pub with the heating on, nice and comfortable with friends. Also, pubs can be really nice in the summer as well, especially outside pubs. Many pubs have beer gardens, so this isn't a garden like you would have in your house, but it's an area outside the pub where there are lots of tables and chairs, and in summer, when it's hot and sunny, it can be really nice to sit in a beer garden. Some people will spend a whole day in a beer garden, drinking, spending time with friends, chatting, and so on. Another thing many people do at pubs in England is watching sport. Many people go to pubs to watch sport. A mix of different sports, but many people go there to do this. Some pubs don't show any sport. They don't want to. Whereas others will show sport all day, every day. The most common sport to watch in pubs in England is football, because it's our national sport and the most popular sport here. But people also go to pubs to watch rugby, cricket, and other sports as well. Many football fans go to pubs every week to watch the football. They often go to pubs with their friends, get drunk, and watch the football. You'll usually hear them swearing a lot as well. So saying swear words, okay? Lots of football fans, they're very passionate, so they swear a lot as well. You can also play board games at pubs in England. This is less common, and lots of pubs won't have board games, but many of them will have board games that you can play. And you can spend an afternoon or evening playing a board game with friends or with family as well. I've done this a couple of times and I've enjoyed it a lot. A final thing that you can also do in pubs is to play a pub quiz. What is a pub quiz? A pub quiz is something where there are lots of different teams, and each team individually has to answer questions on different categories. Then the team with the highest score at the end wins a prize. I love pub quizzes. I haven't done one in a while, but I used to do them quite a lot. And I love playing a pub quiz the same way that I love game shows on TV. I love thinking and trying to answer the different questions. So what do I think of pubs? Of course, I'm English and I've lived in London my whole life. So what do I think of pubs? This key part of our culture. I don't like pubs. Not really, anyway. I don't really drink alcohol. Hardly ever, in fact. I think in this first month and a half of the year, I've drunk alcohol once. And I can't stand drunk people. I find them really annoying. And in England, in pubs, people go there and get very drunk. They also waste lots of money on alcohol because it's not cheap to buy alcohol in pubs in England. Also, in pubs, people smoke outside, which I find disgusting. I hate smoke. I can't stand it. So, for these reasons, I don't really like pubs because, as I mentioned before, drinking alcohol is one of the main things that people do at pubs in England. However, some pubs do have a really nice atmosphere. So from time to time, I do like to go to pubs to meet with a friend, not usually with family. It's not something we do as a family. But especially, I like going to a pub to play a pub quiz or have a roast dinner, a Sunday roast, from time to time. Thanks for listening to episode 24 of the podcast, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Gracias por escuchar mi diario de Inglés Británico. Si vives en el Reino Unido y sientes que tu inglés te está frenando profesionalmente, te invito a hacer una evaluación de fluidez gratuita conmigo. En esta sesión veo cómo hablas inglés ahora, identifico qué te está bloqueando y te explico qué necesitas trabajar para hablar con más claridad y confianza. No es una clase, es un diagnóstico claro de tu inglés hablado. Reserva tu evaluación ahora a través del link en la descripción del episodio. Gracias y nos vemos pronto. Bye.